welcome back to my channel. Now I've just printed off this new PDF by Mariola de Budek. It's just a really cute one. It's not her usual portraits, but she has got quite a few of these cutesy ones that I have done a few of. But this is definitely more autumn themed, and I'm feeling very autumn at the minute, autumn fall. So I want to use some alcohol markers today just to make my life a little bit easier. I'm going to work on the leaves, and I pulled out my polychromos as well to go over the top. Now for the little fox guy itself, I'm not going to attempt to put any markers because, you know, the way the edges of the fur, I'm a bit nervous about going too much out of the lines and not being able to get the fur effect. Now fur colouring is my nemesis. I'm not very good at it. I've not got the patience for it, so it will be interesting. I might even do a base layer of watercolour paint, just a thin layer just to get rid of the white of the paper, and that makes it a little bit less daunting, but we'll see how we go. I want to start off with the leaves, and these are the markers that I'm using. It's the brush tip Ohuhu markers, and I've not picked out any colours, so I've just pulled out a printed colouring page that went wrong, so I've just used it. Swatching that would have been a beautiful colour for the fox. We'll keep that out as a maybe. There isn't many oranges that I've got left in here now because I have used these. Oh, that's a nice one. We'll start off with that. And I'll just do them randomly. And we've got that colour, actually that first one might be okay for the acorns. So we'll start off with this orange shade. I think I'll bring you in a little bit closer. There we go. So I want to try and find the leaves that are similar. So we've got these two here. So we'll start off with this one. I do want to be careful of the edges. Now I did make this page a little bit smaller. It more or less filled an A4 piece of paper. So I went on, the printer that I've got is a HP, I can't remember the numbers. But I just went onto the app and just made the illustration a little bit smaller, so then I can do a nice background, so I've got plenty of room. But because I've done that, it does make it a little bit harder staying in the lines, because the yeah, it's a little bit smaller. I'll get all these filled in, and then I can go ahead and use some polychromos to add some details. I'm not too sure what background I want to do. If I used distress inks, I'll probably be better doing that first and then go and doing the watercolour. So we'll do this leaf as well. I think these two as well should be okay, being in this colour. Now because I've chosen this colour, I might not be able to do, well, I suppose I could do a really ginger fox. Or maybe a grey one. Just thought this was a really cute one to do this time of year. I might have to invest in some new alcohol markers soon. Like I said, I'm running out of colours because I've used these ones that much, and they only last so long. So it comes down here as well. Yeah, I think I'll do all the leaves first and then worry about the background. Normally I would do it the other way around, and I've just gone over a little bit of the fox's hair, so hopefully I'll be able to cover that up. But I am thinking excuse me, I am thinking of using some a white acrylic paint pen to add some white hairs, so I should be able to cover that up, no problem. Let's do this one down here. And I've not used my polychromos in a little while as well, so that'll be a nice change. I find the trick is with these specific alcohol markers, you've got to work quick, otherwise you get them lines And if you don't like the smell of really strong alcohol markers, you might not like these. I find these really, really strong scented. So while I've got that other brown colour out, I might as well go ahead, I'm just checking that this is definitely the colour that I want. I might as well do the acorns. This side as well. So before I move on to any more colours of the alcohol marker, I want to do one of the leaves. So let me just keep that there so I can reference the colour. Let's pick out some nice shades. That might be a little bit too light. That's terracotta. Yeah, that'll be too light. Got burnt sienna. That'll be okay. And this one here specifically, the walnut brown, I cannot sharpen it at all. So I either need to dig through my backups or order a backup of that. And I think I'm just going to go straight up with black. Shall I use black? Yeah. I'll try them two colours. And I've got Inktense pencil bits everywhere. When I was filming another video, the pencil kept breaking, which was annoying. We'll start off with this little one. So this is the burnt sienna. Oh, I didn't tell you the colours of these alcohol markers, did I? This one's YR2 marigold, and then the one that I coloured the acorns in is dark yellow YR1. So the whole point of the alcohol markers is you don't have to put loads and loads of pencil down. I mean, you can do. You can add all different colours, but I want this to be a really simple, easy, fun page for me to do. I'm still feeling a little bit under the weather, so I don't want something that's going to take me ages and ages. I want to feel the accomplishment of finishing a colouring page. So I think I'll take the fox downstairs and colour it while I'm sat at the couch, because I do think that'll take me the longest. But if you're interested in seeing what it looks like when it's finished, then be sure to catch my finished pages. I'm going to have 2 months of finished pages this month. So I'll go in with the black. I'm just doing the exact same motion. It's sort of like when you're colouring hair. So I want it the deepest in the centre, and I was pulling the colour out, but not as far as I did with the last one. Centre. I've got another centre bit there as well. I might have to get more of a cutesy PDFs. They are really adorable. I might add a little bit of red to this as well, a bit of red and a bit of orange. So I'll still keep it simple. I'm not going to use loads and loads of colours and spend ages blending. Even though this page will be absolutely stunning if you spent a long time on it. So I think I'll choose, I don't want dark red, deep red, and then orange glaze. So we'll pop a little bit through just in random areas. And then in with the deep red. Now I was just thinking then, do I need the blender? Something's banging my plant. Do I need a blender? But I don't really want to have to use a blender. So I think this should be okay. Well, that's the first one done. I might even add a touch of yellow to this one, because you never get two leaves the exact same, do you? Cadmium yellow, that's what I'll add to this one. So I'll use the same colours, I'm just adding that yellow. So this one was burnt sienna. And I think I might do his scarf red and green. How cute would that be? So I was testing at the centre, something is banging and it's doing my head in. Because I'm using hard pressure. No, it's not that, it's my table. That's annoying. I'm starting off with medium pressure and then pulling the colour up, and then as I get further up, being a little bit lighter. I do want it the deepest in the centre. Let's turn the page ever so slightly. The good thing about the polychromos as well, they stay sharp for a long time. What I might actually do is film me doing the background of this, but obviously it'll be in a separate video. I don't really want this video to be too long. I can do a few more leaves in different colours and show you how I'm going to do it. Excuse me. And then come back to do the background. I'll do this centre bit actually first. You can print this out as well in a lighter grayscale. I just tend to like it a little bit darker. So same thing as pulling the colour out, just not as far as what I did with that brown. I do still want to keep plenty of that alcohol marker showing through. Lovely colour, that one. And then I'll actually go in with the yellow first this time on this one. I'm having to use quite hard pressure here to get it to show up. That should be enough. I don't even know if the camera picked it up. You can just about see where I've popped that colour. Some of the orange. And then the red. That red next to the yellow looks lovely. I actually really like the look of that, so I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to this one, especially near the red pencil. It's not really noticeable, but it's there. And then we've got this little one at the bottom. I think I'll do that in my own time because it'll be samey. You can see the yellow pencils going runabout. You see the yellow just about peeking through, and that's really effective. Right, so I do want still a green, some green leaves. Not too dark though. Is that going to be too dark? Deep olive green. Yes, that's way too dark for what I was after. So we've got grass green. On the limey side, I'm running out of greens as well. Pale green. If this next one doesn't work, I'm going to have to stick with that one. This one is bud green. All three of them look so similar to me, but I think I'll go with the bud green. So what leaf shape should we do? We'll do this one. No, actually we'll do these ones here. There's one behind it as well, that's convenient. And I think there is a couple as well on this side that I'll be able to do with this colour. So I want to pick out some greens. Excuse me. Permanent olive green. That looks like a nice one. Pine green, and then I'll stick with the black as well that I've already got out. So exactly the same as them orangey leaves. Starting off in the centre, we'll make that the darkest. And put the colour out. It's not the most realistic way of doing it, but it's doing it the easy way. That little one at the bottom, even just a little bit of pencil makes so much of a difference, and it helps as well that this illustration is, I think that's more grayscale. It's not full on grayscale, but it's more grayscale than it is line art, so that helps a lot as well, showing you where to put your shadows. I've done this the wrong way around. I'm trying to keep the page as straight as possible for you. So was this one pine? Yes, pine green. So straight up the centre and break my pencil. Every single brand of pencil I managed to break, even the strongest ones. Even the Orangutans, which I really don't like because they hurt my hand, but I still managed to break them as well. I must just have a really heavy hand. So the centre of this one. I need to be careful, I don't want to go on that other leaf. And then this little guy that's hiding. Maybe I want a more yellowy leaf next time. Then we'll just stick to them 3 different colour tones. Well, I'll try to. I'll try to. Same with the background as well. The background I'm just imagining, like, because it'd be raining, like muddy, like sort of not a muddy puddle, but like a water muddy effect going around it. That's what I'm imagining anyway. So I just want a touch of the black. I don't think it needs too much, because that pine green has sort of done the trick. How cute is that? So I think for the next colour I've just chosen this sunflower, even though I thought it might be too bright. I think it should be okay. I'll do this one here, but I haven't picked my pencils out yet to go with it. I think that's a perfect match, to be honest. This leaf here and that one, the 2 that's hiding behind, they need to be that green shade. So this one at the top, do this one yellow as well. Try and be careful with the fur. Oh, I do believe as well that this PDF is actually cheaper than her normal ones. I don't know why she makes them cheaper, but they're cheaper for some reason. This one's just caught my eye. Now this is my all-time favourite Polychromos pencil. The amount of these I've gone through is probably 5, 6, if not more. And the Polychromos last a while. I've even got one on the go there. So I'll choose this shade, and I might even just stick with the brown that I previously used. I am going to do actually. Stick with these 2 colours. I might pop a little bit of these shades in. We'll see. Start off the green gold. I don't know why it's called green gold. If anybody knows the reason why it's called green gold, will you let me know? Has it got tones of green in it that I can't see? And then this little guy at the top. It's actually put me in a better mood, you know, colouring this page because of how cute it is. I will link it in the description. I did download it off Etsy. I think it worked out at like £2.16, I think. Something like that. Did I tell you? I told you the name of that one, didn't I? And this one's Burnt Sienna. This illness is cracking me up. A lot of people have told me that they think it's been COVID again, because it's been like 2 weeks now. I'm still not better. So that's fun. The headache started yesterday. So I don't want to pull this one out too far, because I really do want to keep that yellow colour showing through. It's a really nice shade that. I wouldn't have called that sunflower. That's not bright enough for a sunflower. I would have called something like this one sunflower. I mean, the camera's not going to pick it up, but they are different. They are different. Turn. Oh, if you are interested in watching me colour any of the random bits on this page, I do plan on, when my voice is a little bit better and I can speak for longer, doing a whip of the week with this illustration, just in case you're interested. But I do plan on filming the background of it as well. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of this pine green actually, just in a couple of areas. sort of show that it's not completely changed yet. I love this time of the year for spotting really beautiful leaves. I actually one year put some autumn leaves in I think it was a Jasmine Beckett Griffith, or no it weren't, it was Camilla de Aracobic, and it's still going strong like 2-3 years later. And in with the red, this one was the deep red. Again, I'm just trying to do it random. I don't want it to look perfect or match with the other one. And then a little bit of the orange. So I think this is going to be my colour palette for this page. Just them colours, and try not to add any more. Apart from white, I think. White and black maybe, but I've already got black there, so that's fine. So that is how I use alcohol markers to just really easily add details to the page with colour pencil. I think I said that completely backwards. Yeah, so start again. That's how I add alcohol markers and then go over the top with a little bit of pencil just to add detail. That's what I was trying to say. My brain wasn't catching up with what I was trying to say, but this is going to be the colour palette like I said. I might do an alcohol marker. No, I'm not going to do alcohol marker. I'm going to do it all pencil on that because I want it green and red. And if I use alcohol markers together with that, they might bleed into each other and not look too pretty. So I think I'll stick with just using pencils, but maybe a softer pencil so I can blend it together. So like I said, there will be a couple of videos featuring this colouring page, but I'm currently working on the Hannah Calzon one as well, so bear with me. But thank you so much for watching, and I will leave the link in the description for this adorable illustration by Mariola Budek. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!